I'm about to post a video on social media, y'all. No, I'm not. I'm just here to show you before we begin. I got a lot of ground to cover, which happened between episodes. And first and foremost is I fought every single trainer on those routes that we did last time. So be thankful that I skipped them. And also, it just so happened that I ran into Horsey. So these Pokemon are at competently high levels. This also applies to Route 13, 14, and 15 as well. So, you know, you can have some particularly powerful Pokemon on your team going forward, if you choose. And also, here's the second Pokemon that I actually ran into while also training. Thank God you can capture videos for the software. Here's Wild Kingler on Route 13. So, yeah, you get the evolved form of Krabby right here. And honestly, I think you're better off just, you know, catching the bigger ones and not the little ones. I mean, it's better to raise the little ones, but it could be cool to raise them up from the big ones. And right here is a golden pineapple berry, by the way. Oh, just so you know, I did end up catching, you know, the Kinglers. You know, just what you expect. And here on Route 14, if the dude will ever show up, is Tauros. So, Tauros is one of the rare spawns here. And it's a pretty good catch, actually. Because Tauros is really, really good. No matter what game you're playing, Tauros will always and forever be good. Because that is a thing. And because of the fact that I fought all those trainers and didn't turn on battle animations, those go on. I learned that the hard way. And also I should really swap out my team because I really, really, really want to. And with all that said, hello there everybody, and welcome to part 28 of Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. Alright, so I flew over here to Saffron City to start because we finally have business to do because, well, we already visited the Pokemon Center here in Saffron City. So long as you do that, you're pretty much good to go. Anyway, Team Rocket is basically all over the place. So we can't really properly explore. Ow, you jerk, watch where you're going. So we can't properly explore all of Saffron City yet. So we're gonna have to drive out Team Rocket from the place. Just let us through already! No way! Only authorized members are allowed. I was told to let no one else in. How can you say that when we're on the same side? How rude! You deny a beautiful girl what she wants? Move it already! Hey Jesse, wait for me! Blurg. Yeah, what is blurg? So because Jesse and James are total idiots, we now have access to Silph Co., which has been built up as the Team Rocket takeovers, so here we go, boys. I have to tell you that our office is a bit of a disaster right now. A real disaster! This is no place for kids, not when there are so many dangerous people around. Aw, don't be such a stick in the mud. You won't even let us have a look around? Hey, it's my dude Blue! Oh, and also Trace, hey. Oh, you're Blue. The Blue. Yes, he is the Blue. And here's Trace. Charlie, I've been looking all over for you. What are you doing in a place like this? Well, I heard there was a takeover, so, no surprise. Those Team Rocket goons are causing trouble all over the place. You and me are on the save wavelength, Trace. We can't keep letting Team Rocket do whatever they please. Yeah, so what do? We do whatever we do.
Whatever it takes, baby.
So in short, the plan is this. Charlie's going to drive Team Rocket out of Silph Co., just like she planned. But it'd be crazy to try something like that alone, so Trace is going with her. Right. While you pipsqueaks do that, I'll do a loop around all of Kanto, squashing out Team Rocket wherever I find them. One of us is sure to find out where the boss is hiding. And while I'm at it, I'll swing by the Pokemon League to tell the bigwigs there what's going on. Awesome! Do you think the Elite Fours might come and help us? Maybe. So that's a battle plan, guy and gal. Time to split up and put it into action. If only it were that simple. Fact is, there's one more thing we gotta do here first. Charlie, Trace, if you want me to leave this place up to you two, newbies, then prove that you're up to the task. What? I don't care who goes first, just show me what you got. Okay, for real, are the battle animations on? Yes, they are. Okay, we're good. We're good. So you're my first challenger, huh, Charlie? Yeah, I am. That's what I like to hear. Here I go. Surprise battle. He's gonna get very, very destroyed by my overlevel Pokemon. Pokemon Trainer Blue time. Here we go. He's got two Pokemon. First off is his Executor, level 38. Grass Psychic type with Power Whip, Psychic, and Light Screen. I'm not gonna do support on this one because this is sort of a major battle we got going on here. And I meant to use Ember, but you know, I misclicked. Actually, I didn't really misclick, I just didn't read. I don't learn how to read, I'm sorry. I am very sorry. Also, if that was a critical, yikes. Power Whip is not gonna do much. And that's all he can do. Because I think he knows that Flareon is sort of a special defensive tank, so... yeah. Flareon has got this. Bobby's got it locked and loaded. Charlie Jr. gets to level 47. And Billy gets to level 45. God! And now for his last Pokemon, Charizard. Ooh, spicy. Charizard is level 40, Fire Flying type, with Heat Wave, Air Slash, and Slash. So I think I'm just gonna let Bobby just faint here. Just so that, you know, Vape Pen can take care of this. Because he's got Scald. I could technically just teach him Surf, but... or teach her Surf, but... Scald is better. Because it's got a burning effect, though, even though it won't work on Fire-type Pokemon. And there it goes. Not my fault if I decide to be over-leveled. I did some Pokemon catching, like a lot of Pokemon catching. Exactly what I expect from a Pallet Town trainer. And I got $11,000, Jesus Christ. If only that were cool. Oh man, you really are ready for Team Rocket. I feel pretty good about leaving this place in your hands. Then your next Trace, come at me, I'm just getting warmed up. Man, if only that were simple, jeez. If only his Pokemon were good. Okay, so I did myself a favor. And even though I'm probably not going to have too much trouble with Silph, I'm honestly not that worried at all. Like, my Pokemon are in the mid-40s, and last time this happened, I was, like, in the 40s, so... yeah, it's definitely not going to be a problem. Alright, so first things first, before anything else, because I looked up a walkthrough of this, because I'm just that idiot who got lost at Silph in this first playthrough, go to 5th floor via the elevator, and go over here. Because believe me, you want to go up here. Alright, I got Vape Pen out front. Let's go. You! What is it, Mr. Archer? You know that kid? Huh, Charlie? You know that old guy? So you're fool enough to get in our way, is that it? What brave little children. Wait, aren't they the ones who are getting in our way? Not even! Mr. Archer says you're in his way, alright? You want to go home in tears or what? Calm yourself. I'll teach these children a good lesson. Alright then, let's go, fam. I'm ready to do this. Alright, so we got a double battle between the Grunt and Archer. Here we go. So since the Rocket Grunt Pokemon are not that important enough to get a bio, we are in a double battle with Trace, and he's actually got himself a Cubone. So that's cool. It's like, that's one thing that I will compliment Trace for, actually, is the fact that he does actually get the Cubone that he interacted with before in Lavender Town. So that's pretty cool. I like that. Didn't even get a chance to go over Electrode, level 37. It was level 37, Electric type, Thunderbolt, Self-Destruct, and Swift. But like an idiot, he used it. And of course it was a critical hit on Fate Pen because, you know, that was a thing. And yeah, Muck protected itself. Of course it does. Next up is his Weezing for Archer, level 37, Poison type with Sludge Bomb, Flamethrower, Dark Pulse, and Protect. So that's a yikes. I think I already had my fill of, like, Mucks and a Weezing to last a lifetime. I still have PTSD from that Weezing that destroyed me in Fusa Gym. And of course, that happens. Don't need to remind me of how that all went down. Christ. Of course. But you know what's even cooler? The fact that Cubone actually did use Boomerang, which is its signature move, which is very cool. And now, of course, you're going to stall, so you know what that means. You know what that means? I'm about to switch out to the thing. This is probably a very bad idea, but eh. Sending out Ninetales is probably a very bad idea, but whatever. And oh god! What is it? What is it with me and Poison? What the fuck? Come on! That's bullshit, man. What the? Okay, you can't even pretend. That's mean. That is just mean. And wrong. And bad. And disgusting. Come on, man. Load! Thank you. See? Those are proper things to be complaining about, Mr. Community. Now I'm gonna have to heal up my Pokemon back at the Pokemon Center when all this is over. And of course, Raticate would avoid that. Now, I'm pretty sure this is the same case. Like, Trace having his own set of Pokemon is sort of the same case as, you know, you teaming up with Barry at Spear Pillar in Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, where he has his own set of 6 Pokemon, or however Pokemon he had, how many Pokemon he has. So Trace pretty much has his own set of Pokemon, however many he has. So it's all good in the hood for him. But thankfully, because, you know, AI opponents can only have a maximum amount of 3 Pokemon per opponent, that means technically we're using more than 6. Alright, sending out his Raichu. Alright. Cool beans. Cool beans. And now Archer is the only one left with Pokemon, so let's do it. And of course you're going to stall for time, even though I'm not poisoned. That's cool. Alright, just Thunderbolt. Just do it. And of course that also needs to be fixed, the double battle loading times. If it's not the frame rate, that was fixed, then it's definitely the loading times that needed to be fixed. And last up, Golbat. Level 37 Poison Flying type with Air Slash and Crunch. It's dead. It's just gone. We have 2 electric types, and I'm faster than it. So, die. Gah! Again? What? Whoa! So it wasn't just a stroke of luck that let you beat me last time. I understand now. We'll have to be more careful about you two. Out of the way! Ow! Grr. He is mad. Grr. Hey, look! That grunt dropped something. The card key! Yes, the much sought-after card key of the Silph Co. We'll just borrow this until all Silph is free. And of course, you know what that means, right? I am going to now go floor by floor in doing this thing. So, there are a lot of trainers here at Silph Co. Like, whether they be Team Rocket Grunts or no, that's just all part of the deal of Silph Co. I'm gonna try my best to avoid any and all battles because I feel like I'm over-leveled enough as it is already. But if I have to fight something... But if I have to fight someone to get through to something, then, you know, I'll just, you know, just do it. I'll just do it. Like this right here, while I'm trying to explore a floor. If there's anything that I can avoid, I will. So, yeah. Oh, and also, from now on, I'm going to swap out outfits and not do it on screen because I want to keep you all guessing what my fashion statement will be on the next session. So you'll know a recording session has happened. I goofed! You know a recording session as you know, passed whenever I change outfits. So, you know, you're welcome. Why can't I go past here? Jesus. One thing about Pokemon that hasn't changed in the slightest. Collision detection. Also, it off limits here. Really, really stretching for that. Jerry! Alright, so this is a scientist. They often use electric type Pokemon, like this little dude who has Electabuzz. Who I believe is also a version exclusive, and I think it's exclusive to Pikachu? I want to say exclusive to Pikachu. Alright, so yes, I am good indeed. I am that good. So, one thing to note about Silph Co. is there are warp panels everywhere. So, the whole point of Silph Co. is you want to find the proper warp panels in order to get you to the proper places. So, you know, it's a teleporter maze of sorts. It is indeed. But now that we got the card key right away, so things are going to be very, very easy for us. Eek! No, stop! Help! Oh, you're not with Team Rocket. Sorry, I thought... Oh, I'll give you one of our products. Please forgive me. TM42 for self-destruct. So, we're racking up on the TMs here. So, I'll go around this guy. And I will go ahead to the next floor. I'm not planning on going through, like, all the warp panels, by the way. So, you know, I'll be trying my best to avoid any given trainers and warp panels. But unlike with trainers on actual routes, I definitely don't want to just battle them off screen. I don't want to be, like, too overpowered. I don't want to be like that guy and just be like, hey, this game is a breeze because I'm over leveled. No, I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna go out of my way to blatantly avoid as many trainers as I possibly can. If you don't get out of the way, then you'll really be in the way. Jesus, what is up with this Team Rocket and everybody being in the way? Like, Christ, it's like how, why, and how. Oh, look at that. Look at that. A Haunter that deserves to be assimilated. And of course you got Sucker Punch. Yo, I'm good with Bite. I don't care. I'm good with Bite. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. I still can't believe I'm just using moves that I've learned all that time ago and they're actually being proved to be useful. Because, you know, once again, partner Pokemon are broken as heck. Like, Jesus Christ. It's just another reason why partner Pokemon are the best. And are also banned. I work for Silph Co. What am I to do? Help? Like, get help? Hi, obvious references to Johto. How are you doing? You know, on the topic of that, I know it's a little bit early. I know it's, like, really, really early to discuss, like, what I think, you know, would be a potential... about, you know, Let's Go being a potential, you know, sub-series of Pokemon. Because, you know, to be perfectly honest, like, while we're on this, you know, Silph Co. adventure, as it were, I might as well just go out of my way and say right here and right now that, you know, I honestly be down for a Pokemon Let's Go Johto. Like, hear me out on this. Hear me out. Like, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, it's pretty damn obvious that it managed to sell, like, 10 million copies. Like, you all might be naysayers, but you bought the game. You supported Nintendo and Game Freak on their efforts. Doesn't matter what you think of the game. It made the money. It sold 10 million copies at this point. Like, well over 10 million at this point. It's one of the top selling Switch games. And also, need I remind you about any naysayers to ports on the Nintendo Switch that the best-selling Nintendo Switch game is still a port? Alright, so anyway, yeah, in terms of what a Let's Go Johto would be like, I honestly would be down for that. Like, basically make it, well, I highly doubt, like, if a Let's Go Johto were to happen, like, I highly doubt, I just doubt that it would be the definitive gold and silver experience. It wouldn't be the definitive Johto experience, period. Because, well, no, what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that it definitely wouldn't be the definitive Johto experience. It definitely won't. Because, you know, we already have that, and it's called Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver. And that, in my opinion, is just, well, and basically anyone's opinion, really, is definitely a amazing remake. It really is, because it just did what all the other remakes should have just done in the first place, which is incorporate all of the things that made Johto good and make it better. And also implement, you know, aspects of Pokemon Crystal into the mix, too. So, just make it better. And if they're going to go with the usual, you know, vanilla Pokemon Gold and Silver, then, you know, honestly, I wouldn't even be that mad. Like, just make sure you cram Kanto in there as well, because, you know, if it would be just stuck, if we were to be just stuck with Johto, that would honestly be really disappointing. Just, you know, just have both Kanto and Johto in them. And also, you know, do that. Just do whatever made Gold and Silver how Gold and Silver worked, basically. Just make it like Gold and Silver and, you know, do all that. Just don't make it sucky. because I hear opinions on the internet, like, very much. Like, I can get a general consensus of what people would think of a Pokemon Let's Go Johto. Like, for me, I'd be down with the idea. But I'm not sure about what anyone else would be like. So, if any of you watch this video, I would have to ask, what would you think of a Pokemon Let's Go Johto game? Because, again, I'd be down for the idea. Like, won't people think of the kids? Like, will people honestly and for truly think of the children? Because at the end of the day, Pokemon Let's Go is more suited for a casual crowd as well as kids. Like, there's been a recent commercial about Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee that, you know, basically accentuated the fact that this game was really meant for anybody, not just us hardcore fans who have been with the series since, you know, day 1 or Gen 2 or Gen 3 or whatever. It's clear that that the Let's Go games aren't meant for adults. I think that's been established already at this point. Like, at the end of the day, Pokemon is a game made for kids, and Let's Go, I think, is a perfect game for kids. Like, they'll enjoy this. They'll enjoy getting their hands full with their experiences with Pokemon. Like the basic bare basics of what Pokemon is. Because believe me, I've gotten a lot. I've been under fire in the comment section of a particular video while Let's Go was being hyped up that just basically made me want to quit the fandom. I quit. Shucks. Yeah, exactly. Shucks. Like, it's... Whoa, I should probably just do something with my laptop. Hold on a second. It's been basically made clear at this point, like, the TLDR is, I'd be down for a Let's Go Johto. Pokemon is more meant to be a kid's game. Not really... And much like Smash Brothers is meant to be more of a party game. And, you know, I'd just be down for the idea. Like, won't someone think of the kids? Won't someone think of the kids? Also, I'm gonna get totally trapped by this Team Rocket grunt. No, I'm not. Okay. We're good. Also, Silph, I should probably mention, has the 4 Rocket brothers or sisters or 4 Rocket trainers or whatever. Honestly, they don't even matter because, you know, they're not important to the plot. They're not important for anything, really. They're just there. They're just there to be, you know, different NPCs. They'd be all like, yeah, you know, we're the 4 Rocket guys. And I'm like, okay, and that's about it. Like, I always found that, like, weird. I always found that, like, really, really weird how in Silph they have these, like, they have these Rocket grunts who are just like, yeah, we're the 4 special Rocket guys. Like in the original game, like, they're the 4 Rocket brothers. Like, this was way back when, Rocket grunts were just only male. And they didn't have any female grunts yet because, you know, progression hasn't really been a thing yet. But, I want to get that item, okay. But, you know, in the original game, it was like, yeah, we're the 4 Rocket brothers. We're the Rocket brothers. Yeah, think of it like the Duck brothers. And we're like, okay, and that was about it. They had no significance to the plot, so... Honestly, what I think Let's Go should have done is made a bigger deal out of the Rocket, you know, 4 Rocket guys. Like, you know, if they appeared throughout Kanto, you know, that would make it like, oh god, that would have been a big deal. And in Silph, basically make it so, like, you have to defeat the 4 Rocket brothers in order to get to, like, you know, the big cheese or whatever. But, you know, for whatever reason, they just didn't do that. So, yeah. Also, you mistook me for a Silph worker? I mean, all you scientists pretty much have the same model anyways, so I don't really get what y'all deal is. I don't get your deal. But yeah, it's just like, you know, they should have made a bigger deal out of that. Like you have, yeah, just basically what I said. Just make the 4 Rocket brothers important as well as Jesse and James, and you're good to go. You are all set and good. But Let's Go doesn't do that. Because Let's Go is just straight up Kanto. And like I said, perfect for the kids. Perfect for the kids. Yeah, I know that's a really, really big thing to say. Like, oh my god, a game that's meant for children that adults were like, psst, what? Like, I'm pretty sure Nintendo knows their audience at this point. Like, Like, we all know that Smash Brothers was more meant to be like a game that anyone can pick up and play, but mostly adults play. And Pokemon is a game that any generation, like kids or adults or teens, can get into or whatever. Except, you know, my generation had it tough because, you know, there was a single point where Pokemon wasn't cool, and that was middle school. God. You wonder why I called middle school the trial period? Well, liking Pokemon was one of the negatives. You couldn't like Pokemon. Nah, you just didn't do that. You just didn't do it. Anyway, before I go off on an even more of a big tangent, we're going to stop here. So we're going to go through the rest of Silph Co next time as we attempt to free it from Team Rocket's control. See you guys on the next time. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.